In this video, we're going to take a look at how to navigate through the Manage Users page on your TeamBuildr account. Now, there's a lot of information in this video, but remember, you can always schedule a support call to speak with one of our team members to help walk you through this or answer any questions that you might have. So first thing, to get to the Manage Users page, once you log in, you'll go to Coach Tools and select Manage Users, and then it'll bring you to this main page right here. Now, not only on this page can you add athletes to your account, but there are several features on here that you can use to optimize how you manage your athletes. So in taking a look at the page as a whole, you can add an athlete by clicking this green plus button right here. Now, there's a separate video that goes over how to add athletes to your account, so take a look at that for more details on how to go through this process. So once you add that athlete to your account, you'll see them appear here: first name, last name, email, any groups that they've been assigned to, and their calendar assignment. For the status right here, you'll see this green registered. That lets you know that the athlete has not only received their activation email, but they have gone through and finished setting up their account. If we scroll down and we see this pending right here, that lets us know that this athlete has received their activation email, but they have not gone through and finished setting up their account, so it's still not an active account technically. Now, if your athlete needs a little nudge or a reminder, this is actually a button as well. So if you click that pending button, then a little box will appear to prompt you to resend an activation email. You'll click resend activation, and then that athlete will receive another email reminding them to finish setting up their account. Over here next to our status, we see a couple of different buttons. So this green button right here is our athlete performance assessment. So if you click on that, a separate tab will open and it will show you the progress for the last 7 days. The blue pencil icon right here allows you to edit the athlete's profile. So if we click this, we see their profile pop up. We can edit any of their group assignments. We can switch the tabs to add or adjust any calendar assignments, and then to add any programs to their account as well. This gray button right here allows you to archive your athletes. You are allowed to archive up to 10 athletes in your account unless you are on the Platinum Pro plan, in which you have an unlimited number of archives. And then the red button right here, our trash can, is how we delete an athlete. Now, the difference between archiving and deleting: to archive an athlete, you're simply removing them from your user count and saving and storing their data in the system. So let's say you have an athlete that leaves for college in the fall and you want to free up your user count, you can archive that athlete, and then when they come back for the summer, you can restore them back into the account and they'll have all of their information. Whereas that delete button is going to wipe their account entirely. Up here in the top left, you can switch and see the difference between active and archived. So by clicking that archive, we can see any of our archived accounts. We can see where we can simply restore them, and then they would be placed back over into that active tab. Moving over to the side, our coaches tab works the same way as our athlete tab. You would use that to add any coaches you need to your account. If we click over to groups, this is where you can add any groups. So we think of our groups like tags. So if you are interested in running reports or pulling up a leaderboard for certain groups of athletes, you can create a group, place those athletes inside of it, and then run reports specific to those groups. So let's say you had a football team, but then you wanted to be able to run reports based off of, if they're a freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior, you can do so by creating additional groups, and athletes can be assigned to as many groups as you would like. To create a new group, you would click this green plus button right here. If you want to edit an existing group, you can simply click the edit button right there. When you pull it up, this shows you the name of the group, the features that you can select to be allowed for that group. So any athletes that are in this group, they can have access or not to these features. You can click over and see the athlete assignment. If we wanted to add more athletes to this group, we can simply click their names and they'll be shifted over into the assigned list. We click, they'll be moved right back. And then program access, if we wanted to add a program to this group, then we could go in and select add program, and that will pull up a list of programs from inside of our database, those free-form programs that you have saved. You can assign it to that group, and then any athlete that is assigned to that group will then also receive access to that program. Easy join codes are another way to add athletes to your account without having to do it manually or through our bulk upload. So you can create an easy join code by clicking the green plus button right here, and you have the option to select the group that you want the easy join code to pertain to, as well as a calendar assignment that you want for that code as well. You can select when it expires, and you can choose to receive a notification when anyone uses that code. Once you hit save, you'll see that code and password appear, and then that's what your athletes will use to create their account. The Blackout Dates tab, this allows you to add any blackout dates for any athletes that you need to, and you can select when you need those to start and end, so that way you can maintain NCAA compliance. And then over here at the bottom, a couple more things. We have our upload users page. So if you wanted to bulk upload a list of athletes, you can click this tab and then click here to download our official template. You'll go in and you'll put in first name, last name, and email address. Once you're all done with that, you'll upload that file, and then you can choose to assign a group or a calendar to that list of athletes that you have in that file. From there, you'll click upload users, and they'll automatically be added to your manage users page. And then lastly, over here, you can select the export data, and this will allow you the option to export a list of all of your athletes, whether in Excel or as a CSV file. Some other cool features that we have on this page as well is our mass edit button. So you can click the white boxes to the left of the athletes' names, and once they're toggled on, you can then edit or delete any parameters that you want for these athletes. So you'll see these blue buttons appear down at the bottom, and you can change groups, change calendars, assign programs, send out the email assessments, or you can delete. There's a separate video that shows you how to go through and mass edit athletes, so you can go ahead and take a look at that for a little bit more information and detail on how to do that. And then one other really nice feature about this page is our filter button. So let's say you wanted to look at all of the athletes that are in a particular group. You would simply click this filter button, and then it's going to go with match any of the following items, select group that you want to see, and then hit submit. And then it will show you all of the athletes that are in that group. And it works the same way for calendar assignments as well. I know that was a lot of information to get through, but remember, if you have any questions,